welcome back. If this is your first time here, I'm Neil, the Adventurous Investor. On this channel we talk all things investing, business, finance, anything in that sort of nature. Today we're going to be looking at trading securities or shares through ASB share trading platform, okay? I'm going to walk you through the steps of how to place your first trade through ASB. I've done another one on Westpac, but this is predominantly today for ASB, okay? So stick around for that if you've been unsure, you're a bit uneasy about how to place your first trade. I'm going to be walking you right through the whole steps of the way that you need to, the things that you need to take into account before placing your first trade. Just as, when you're going into this world for the first time, it can be a bit uneasy, but it's a lot more accessible these days than what it was, say, 10 years ago. It was a lot harder to buy and sell shares, where today it's super easy. You can do it just through apps on your phone. But today, like I said, we're going to be talking about ASB, okay? With that said, before we jump into it, anything I talk about today is purely educational, okay? This is just so you can have a bit of an understanding of the back end, how to place a trade, how to sell a trade, a couple of things you need to look at there, and how much it will cost you to place a trade with ASB share trading platform as well. With that said, guys, let's jump straight into it. So we're over on my ASB share trading platform. This is the back end, okay? This is if I'm wanting to buy and sell securities within New Zealand, then this is the platform that I use, okay? Mainly because I bank with ASB in New Zealand, and this is just who I've been banking with. This is where predominantly most of my money is held within New Zealand, so it just makes it easy. I know there are other platforms out there that let you trade a lot cheaper than this, but today we're just going to be talking about this. You can check out Sharesies, you can buy and sell securities in there for a lot less, but today we're just going to be talking about ASB, okay? So over on the left here, we have place an order. This is which will take us through to this screen here. Amend that order or cancel that order if you change your mind or you want to change it or whatever it may be, then that's where you go. View your trades from previous trades, your watch list, so this is particular companies that you're looking at buying and selling, or ETFs. Portfolio, this is all the stocks that you currently hold with ASB. Morningstar recommendations, this is a great place to look if you're a bit unsure on what ETFs or what companies you want to invest in. This is a great place to start to doing some research and looking over some of their recommendations that they sort of provide there. They give you a basic valuation on particular companies. They don't cover every single company out there, but good place to start if you're wanting to do a bit more research and understanding of different companies listed on both the NZX and the ASX. Company announcements, and then that takes you back to internet banking. But this is where we're going right now. So we're placing our first order, okay? This is a bit scary the first time you do it, so just bear with me. We're going to walk through it super baby steps, just so there's no confusion. If you already know how to do this, then, probably not going to get much value from this, but today we're just going to be breaking this down super baby steps, okay? So what we're going to be doing is buy, okay? We're not going to be doing any target buys or stop loss sales or anything today, but if we're wanting to buy or sell, this is where we're going to go. So, but today we're going to be buying, okay? So buy, and this here is the particular exchange that we're doing it on. So we're either looking at the New Zealand Stock Exchange or the Australian Stock Exchange. So here we are, we're going to be using the NZX today, okay? And the particular company that we're going to be looking at is Smartshares. This is a great ETF. If you're just wanting to get into investing, this gives you good broad diversification across the New Zealand stock market, okay? This gives you access to the top 50 companies, but only paying brokerage once. You don't have to go out and buy 50 different companies and buy, sell, and all that sort of stuff. Great diversification with minimal management fees, okay? So the management fee for this particular ETF is only 0.2%. This is actually quite new part of Smartshares. Gross dividend yield is not super high, only coming in at 0.67%. Market price is currently $2.75. Net tangible assets at $2.75 there. Dividend payments twice a year. Total fund value coming in at $37 million. Like I said, this is quite a new fund for Smartshares. But anyway, that's enough about that. Like I say, anything I'm talking about today is not a recommendation. I'm not saying you should rip out and buy NZG. I'm just sort of showing you how it's done through ASB. Okay, so we go back to here. We then type in NZG, and there it is there, Smartshares. Okay, so now we're going to scroll through, we're going to click next, which will take us through to this screen here. Okay, so this is where we decide on how many shares we're going to buy and that sort of thing as well. So just to confirm up the top here, buy on the NZX, NZG Smartshares S&P, NZX 50 ETF units. Okay, so that's what we're going to be buying today. We are going to be buying 300 units of NZG, okay? And this is here, number 4 on the equation here. So we can either set a limit price. This is what we're happy to pay for it, and it won't action the trade until it gets to that price. Or if we just want this trade to go through, regardless of no matter what the current price is, because the prices are always fluctuating. There's always a battle between the buyers and the sellers, okay? And then somewhere they meet in the middle, and that's when the trade sort of happens. And the opening hours of the market in New Zealand are from 10 till 4:45, okay? This is New Zealand time there. Today we're just going to be putting a set price at $2.65 there, okay? So that's So what I'm saying here, I'm going to be setting a limit price. So when it gets to $2.65, boom, I will be buying 300 ETF units of NZG at $2.65. Or like I said earlier, if you just want to go for market price, whatever that may be. Obviously, this fluctuates. As you can see today, it's down 1 cent, coming down, so 0.4%. This is what it opened at, $2.76, and the high of $2.76 with a low of $2.74. And this is the volume turnover. But that's what we're going to be looking at today. So just that. So then we preview order. So you can click on preview order. This still doesn't, the order still hasn't gone through yet. So we click preview order. It then takes you through to this screen, okay? So just to confirm, you can have a quick look. This is your last chance to pull out, edit, cancel. If you something you missed or mistaken there. So order estimate, we're buying NZG Smartshares S&P NZX 50 ETF units. So we're buying quantity 300. Price at limit $2.65. So the order value coming in at $795. This is the brokerage, okay? So this is how much ASB is going to charge us in order to execute this trade. So that's $15, giving us the grand total of $810. So if we're happy with everything, and this is where it's pulling it from for cash management account, which is over here. As you can see, this is a trade that I made earlier in the day. But this is where we'll be pulling the money from, or whatever account that you have attached to your share trading platform. And then you hit proceed, and then that puts that trade into the system, and when it gets to that price, bang, it'll execute that trade. So there we are, guys. If you've got any questions or anything I covered off on there today, just drop it in the comments below and I'll do my best to help you out. Alright guys, I hope you got some value there from placing your first trade with ASB. If you've got any questions or anything I covered off on there today, drop it in the comments below and I'll do my best to sort of answer them. If you've got any other dramas with anything about buying or selling a security through ASB, like I said, also drop it in the comments below and I'll do my best to sort of help you out there. With that said, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, it'd be much appreciated if you hit that like button, okay? Helps me out a lot, help push these videos out a bit further, and doesn't cost you a cent, okay? I'm not trying to sell you anything or anything like that, just helps push these videos out a bit further, so it can hopefully help out other people that are placing their first trade as well. And if you enjoyed the video and you want to see some more videos like this moving forward, then hit that subscribe button. On this channel, like I said, we talk all things investing, business, buying shares, property, anything in that sort of nature. So if that's something you're interested in, it'd be great to have you along for the journey. And hit that subscribe button. With that said, guys, enjoy the rest of your day and we'll catch you in the next video. Cheers, guys.